Hey, this is Russ. What happened to this year? Yeah, the weather has been totally ridiculous. Today is Halloween. By the time you see this, this will be the day after Halloween. But yeah, it's Halloween today. I'm looking out the window. Yeah, we got snow flurries. Snow flurries in the Chicago area. Yeah, I don't know what happened to this year. This whole year has been totally ridiculous. The weather has changed so quickly. I feel I didn't get enough time riding my bike this year. Yep, pretty much. I mean, we had new bikes come in, and whenever new bikes come in, you spend time to do the review, to do the testing, all that type of stuff. That eats into your actual riding time for just riding for yourself. But I think this year has been the least amount of riding time I've had in the 3 years that I've been riding the e-bikes. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it's definitely a lot less. Every year has gone down a little bit more. The first year I had 2,600 miles. I don't know what they did on the second year. It was over 2,000 something miles. This year, I don't even think I came close to 2,000 miles. Yeah, we went to closer places around here. We didn't go out distance as much as we had liked. And then the weather was affecting us quite a bit in terms of rain and now snow. Cold, everything. So I went through my old videos, taking a look at when did I stop riding last year, and it was really closer to December. Yeah, here we are at the end of October, and I think we're pretty much done. I don't see any easing in the temperatures in the coming weeks, and so unless something major changes, I think I may be done for the year. Yeah, out riding. So because of that, I think we're going to start implementing immediately the 3-day video week, where we were going to do Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and then we're going to add that Monday for anything else I want to do, just so I have something to talk about. So yeah, I think starting next week, we'll go Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays for e-bike videos. And if there's anything interesting, I may throw a Monday video in. So Monday videos, you should check to see if there's a video out on a Monday. If there's nothing, you see nothing there by 6 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, then there's no video on Monday. So Monday is kind of like, you might get something, you might not get something. Those things you just check as you go, okay? So we'll finish off this week through the end of Saturday of this week, and then starting next week, we'll switch to the new schedule. So today, I just wanted to talk about some things that I've noticed in terms of new things happening on e-bikes. Now, we talked about the fact that there's better value today in the bikes, I think, than we have seen in the last 2 years. Prices may not have typically dropped, but you're getting a lot more for the money, okay? So a guy going into an entry-level bike, entry-level I'm talking maybe, let's say $1,000 to $1,300, is getting a lot more today than he did in the past. Yeah, we see hydraulic brakes, as I mentioned many times now, is kind of the norm. Batteries were typically 48 volt, 14 amp hour batteries are now becoming 15 or 16 amp hour batteries. Some of the more expensive bikes are getting 20 amp hour batteries. So you're getting more range out of your bike. You're getting hydraulic brakes out of your bike. Some of the companies are giving hydraulic forks as well, front forks, and some of the bikes are starting to implement some type of either suspension seat post or full suspension bikes. So although prices haven't come down, value has gone up, okay? So I guess you could look at it that, if you were to compare the same quality of bikes 2 years ago compared to the quality of bikes today, if you look at it that way, prices have come down. Yeah. But ultimately, you still have to pay a certain amount in order to get entry into the e-bike categories. So now let's talk about e-bikes. Why would somebody even want to buy an e-bike in the first place? And especially now, as the season is rounding down for many of us, including me, why would you want to buy an e-bike now? Well, prices are starting to come to the point where companies have to kind of move some product out. Maybe they may drop a model here or there in preparation for a new model coming in. This is the time, like I said in the last video, this is the time to start looking. If you're interested in an e-bike, this is a really good time to start looking at bikes to consider buying. Now, if you have one and you're thinking of upgrading, what should you upgrade to? All right, this is a very difficult question for many people because I've noticed that even among the people I know who own e-bikes, they don't own just one e-bike now. They own two, sometimes three. And the reason is because as they got better at e-biking, they're beginning to realize maybe I shouldn't have bought that entry-level bike. Maybe I should have went a little higher and gone one step higher. And so they're moving up in the world. So what are people doing in moving up? Well, some of them go from like a folding bike and they move up to a full-size bike. I think the decision to do that, you know, to go from maybe a 20-inch wheel bike to a 24 or 26-inch wheel bike, I think they're just growing out of the basic phase of bikes and moving into larger bikes. Somebody mentioned, you know, the benefit that he saw for the 26-inch wheels was the fact that it handles bumps a lot better. That is true. You go over a bump, you feel it a little bit less than you do when you hit it with a 20-inch wheel bike. The 20-inch wheel bikes, you do have more nimbleness. Is that a word? Where you can maneuver quicker. All right, the 26-inch wheel bikes have a little bit more difficulty in maneuvering quickly. But even for myself, I prefer the larger frames and the larger bikes simply because I'm a big guy and I just feel that I feel more comfortable in a larger bike than a smaller bike. Okay, so maybe you're going to move up because of that. Others are moving up because they're realizing that their brakes are insufficient. They're either upgrading their brakes to hydraulic brakes, or they're just totally saying, let me just get another bike that already has the hydraulic brakes built into it. So that's one reason. Others move into a faster bike, all right? Some people decide, you know, the 20 miles per hour is just not enough. They want a class 3 bike. They want to go to 28. And some, like me, prefer to get a 28 mile per hour bike that's also throttled to 28 miles per hour. So that is skating the law a little bit. Some people feel that, you know, it should be pure class 3 where you're pedal assisted to 20 miles per hour and then you a throttle assisted to 20 miles per hour and then pedal assisted to 28 miles per hour. Can't talk today. So if you want to do that, that's fine. Just make sure you look at the manufacturer's specifications to find out how is that 28 miles per hour achieved and whether you can unlock the bike to do throttle assist to 28 if that's what you want. All right. Now we're also noticing that some bikes are going way past 28 miles per hour. And even so, those are also throttle assisted past 28 miles per hour. Now, technically speaking, those skate the law. Those go a little bit more than what the law allows. So if you go into bikes like that, you have to realize that and you have to make the decision whether that's okay for you or not. All right. Now, I have a couple bikes too, as you know, that will throttle to 28 miles per hour. And one of them exceeds the 28 and will get me to about 30 miles per hour when I'm throttled. So you have to wonder if that's proper to do or not. But really, I think if you maintain the speed in the path that you're on, if the path says 15 miles an hour and you maintain it at 15 miles per hour, I don't personally think it's any big deal whether it's throttled or pedaled. You know, as long as you maintain the speed, I think that's fine. But that's not how our laws are written. They are very specific about the class of bike that's allowed on the path. So you have to kind of make that own personal decision. Other things too, I think people do when they're looking to upgrade their bikes is additional features. You know, maybe they want that suspension seat post. Maybe they want the full suspension bike where they have a suspension in front and the back of the bike. Others are looking for style of bike. Maybe they originally bought a step over bike and they decided, okay, for this next upgrade, I'm going to a step through. Okay, those are decisions you have to make. So I do know that a lot of people decide they want to upgrade. So now you have to kind of think about it. Is it better to initially just get a more expensive bike that has all those features already, even though you don't think you need it, just get it so that you don't have to worry about it, or buy the entry-level model and then work your way up? Because again, sometimes you buy a bike and you might not be one that's a big enthusiast where you rarely take the bike out anyway. Is it worth spending that kind of money initially? So I think these are some of the questions you have to ask yourself if you're thinking about making that upgrade. But I think this is a good time to look at bikes now to decide whether you want to make the upgrade or you're not going to make the upgrade. Like I said, too, companies are coming out with new models all the time. they may be wanting to move out models, and that's going to save some money for you. Okay, so all I'm going to say is that the time has flown by a lot this year, a lot faster than I thought it would be. I thought we'd be riding more into the thing. Here we are at the end of October, and I'm thinking I might be done for the season. So anyway, let me know what your situation is. If you're in a part of the country where you can continue to ride, that's great. Or have you already hung it up? For me, I think I'm pretty much done. Unless that weather hits into the 50s again, I'm pretty much done. And I'm looking at the weather reports. I don't see much of that happening. So we might get a ride here or there, but it's not going to be a continuously, we're not going to be out there a lot. So kind of depressing, but that's what's happening this year. Anyways, if this is what's happening to you, put down in the comments what's going on in your area and whether you think you're done or whether you're actually, put down too, if you're looking for a new bike, put down too what you're looking for. You know, if you have specific brands that you're thinking of or specific features you're thinking of, put that in the comments too. I want to find out what people are really looking at now. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.